I just have to make a comment about the Diddy thing. It reminds me of Ed Buck. Ed Buck was tried at first, and he got charged with operating a drug house, and he got 5 years. But then he went back, and then they made him go a third sentencing, and he got much, much more time. Because he was basically kind of committing, like, murder in some degree, if you think about it. Manslaughter, but intentionally drugging young men who aren't methamphetamine addicts with liquid crystal meth, knowing there's a risk of overdose, would make you kind of like a predatory serial killer lunatic that wants to watch them overdose and struggle for life. So I think P. Diddy, like, the sentencing doesn't seem too harsh. These charges don't seem the real charges. Very short. All the pictures that have come out on the internet or some of this stuff. Look at my dog's tail. Brandon! The thing is, there's a lot of pictures on the internet. There's a lot of recordings. There's a lot of audio. This guy looks like a Black Freddy Krueger to me. This looks like some fucking trap house Epstein shit to me. Plus, they're all wrapped up in dealing heroin and all that, and ketamine or whatever the fuck else. But what's worse is the other stuff. I wonder, with all these people who, it's obvious he was molesting and raping, you know, even that thing when he had that girl he adopted who she looks like she was, that looks like a form of slavery too, where he bought her off of her old family or something. That's like Epstein bought Kendall, who was on Dr. Phil, one of Epstein's slaves that was a house slave, not, she said, wasn't kept in a cage like the other slaves. She also said children were on that island. Why does everybody in the whole government and media avoid these huge points that are the biggest, most important facts, but I don't avoid these facts? Is it willed ignorance, or are they all complicit? It's a good question. Nonetheless, I don't care, because in a fair judgment, in a real court case, you look at the facts. A real judge looks at the facts. I know the last judge for Diddy was some Comey relative, and there was some crookedness, because they're all in cahoots, you know? They've all been running in rackets and games together. They call it a game. They're that fucking sick in the head. Well, that's what child molesting rackets of pieces of shit and satanic SRA, MK Ultra, scumbag thieves and losers do. We don't need you fucking people here. I can't wait till God gets rid of you all. I don't care. Like the days of Noah. I hate you fucking people. I forgive you enough to go to sleep at night and say, yeah, I know the Lord will get rid of who needs to be gotten rid of. Lord's eternal. Can you stop barking? But Diddy's a fucking scumbag, obviously. But I would really heavily inspect a lot of people around him, the whole network around him. Even this Meek Mill shit. And then Bieber. It looks like he was abusing him. Oh, and when he had that teenage daughter on his lap, it looked like he was finger banging her, and she was so uncomfortable during that interview. I just didn't feel comfortable watching that. I said, I think he's molesting her and fondling her while she's sitting there giving a TV interview. He would do something like that, sick fucking piece of shit. So Diddy, I think he's gonna have another trial. I don't care if someone Dahmers him in there. Probably a good idea. If I was in there with him, I probably would. I would probably have, if he encountered me and talked too much shit, I would Dahmer him. I don't care. Especially if I was in prison with nothing to lose. Who gives a shit? I'm gonna be here anyway. Anyway, that's how I feel about a lot of people. I look at people too that give me problems in this outside world, and I say, if I was your cellmate in prison. Anyway, praise the Lord. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Bieber. And is there any other RICO cases going on? Like independent people saying, yeah, this guy did rape the shit out of me and pedo grew me when I was a kid and Vatican fucking weekend me or whatever. You know what I mean? I expect some of that to start happening, and I think it should. You know, I encourage people to have courage. I encourage forgiving a lot too, because I'm a Christian. Yeah, forgive a lot. But when you get a serial Freddy Krueger predator, you know, Oprah shit pig party, fucking these shit people that like to sit and shit and play with shit and always be fucking people in the ass too much. These people have a problem, and they are really bad because what they seem to do is they seem to molest and rape a lot of people, and they even get into other things. Obviously, you see drugs, you see murder. You know, murder was going on with this guy too. You know it was. But I guess that's about that. And that Meek Mill's thing too. What's going on with him and all that too? You know, this guy got busted, like I said, for heroin over a decade ago. Big case from Jamaica to New York, Jamaica, the island, to New York. All these people are involved. Mooresville had fucking cameras in the alleyway behind Pennsylvania Avenue because there was a house there where they were selling coke out of, and they had something to do with Meek Mills. And there was cameras on the corner, in the alleyway, the FBI camera. So the FBI knows that, is this again, they were just there, they were selling coke with them, and they were just pretending to do security and surveillance, but they're really just surveilling their own asses, saying, oh, we have all the footage of ourselves doing the crime and we'll cover it up and get rid of it. Sounds like a Hillary Clinton mob move. No, the people are disgusting. You know, you guys don't have any guilt, like you're supposed to be in authority positions in this earthly world to actually help people, and you all do the opposite and play both sides of the fence like a bunch of split personality, duplicity, fucking total fucking rotten scumbags. I'd put a knife in all your fucking... I don't even want to. I just want to touch a death invisibly from a distance. Remote kill you, motherfuckers. Fuck you, niggers. No racist. Hillary Clinton's a fucking nigger. Fuck yourself.